Mabuhay! Good afternoon, sir, and today I'm going to discuss the assigned topic to us, which is how to provide effective service from guest relation, complaint handlings, and service recovery. So we have here our objectives. We have defined effective customer service and its important. We also have identified key principle of positive guest relation. We also have applied to a structured approach to handling customers' complaints. Implement strategies for effective service recovery to turn a negative experience to a positive one. We also have here to understand the link between excellent service and business success. From based from our research po, we have here the core concept of effective customer service. So, effective customer service is a crucial element for business success, influencing customer satisfaction, loyalty, and overall reput- of company's overall reputation. Here are the main ideas and models found in academic literature. So we have here a customer-centric approach. It means that the most effective companies have shifted from a product-centric to a customer-centric role. This means prioritizing companies' needs and experience throughout the entire business. A company's organization culture is a key factor in how effectively delivers customer-focused service. One of my example of that is a small bed and breakfast that offers a personalized service like remembering the guest preference from their previous days and offering a local delicacies upon arriving. This leads to a strong positive feedbacks and high occupancy rates and also repeat bookings of the guests. We have also here the service quality dimension. Research such as Circle model identifies several dimensions that customer use to evaluate service quality. These include reliability, responsiveness, empathy, assurance, and tangibles. So from the reliability, it is the ability to perform the promised service accurately and dependably. So my example of that is a hotel. So why a guest book a room for a hotel? For to stay, to feel at home. So as if we're going to work in the hotel, we have to give them the promised service, the quality service. So that is the reliability. Also have here the responsiveness. The responsiveness is the willingness to help the customers and provide prompt service. One of my example here is a customer's or a guest complains about a room. So as the employee, we have to make a solution about the complaints. We have to be responsive so that we can make a solution about the problem. So that is responsiveness. We also have here a empathy, providing individualized attention to customers. One of my example po here is in a hotel that offer a spa. So when we book a spa for or a session, we can have or experience the individualized attention from the employees. So, 'di ba, we can ask about what service or what type of spa or massage we would like to experience. We have also here the responsiveness. The responsiveness is the willingness to help the customers and to provide from service. So in hospitality industry, we have to be responsive. So one of my example of that is when a customer complains about our room. So what we need to do is to help them to make a response about the problem and make a solution. So that is the responsiveness. We also have here the empathy. Empathy is providing caring, individualized attention to a customer. So from the complaint, so we have to hear the guest about their frustration, about what happened, why there is a complaint. So because of that, we will make a solution about the complaint. So that is the empathy. We also have here the tangibles, the appearance of physical facilities, of equipment, personnel, and communication materials. My example here in a hotel, as we can see, if we're a guest, we can see the front desk area, the amenities, the equipments from the hotel, that is the tangibles. We have also here the intangibles, that is the service that was given from the to the guest. From the core concept of effective customer service, we also have here the communication and interpersonal skill. It is the effective communication. Communication is a cornerstone of good customer services. These include active listening, clear and jargon-free language, and showing genuine empathy. Researchers emphasize the importance of training staff in the skills as they directly impact customer satisfaction. As I remember the blogger Sylvia Kim, when they visit a resort here in Philippines, I remember that when they upon arriving the resort, they they observed that the staff there are know how to speak Korean, and when they asked them, they said that though the staff were trained to speak Korean because mostly of the visitors of the resort are Korean. So we know that some of the Koreans doesn't know or didn't know how to speak English. So for them to easy to communicate, they have to learn the Korean language. So the Korean language, so that the Korean visitors or the guests will would have a good communication to their staff. So it makes easy for them to communicate with them. So that is the communication skills. So we also have here the customer satisfaction and loyalty. Academic literature, academic studies consistently show a strong link between customer satisfaction and customer loyalty. Satisfied customers are more likely to repeat purchases, act as broad advocates, and less susceptible to competitors' offers. Conversely, poor service can lead to customer defection and negative word of mouth. So, my example po about the customer satisfaction and loyalty is when a guest booked a room in a hotel and they were satisfied about the service that was given to them. So what action they do is the ex- they repeat booking or stay on in the hotel, in the same hotel. Pero pag nagkaroon naman ng hindi magandang experience, sometimes hindi na sila umuulit, but what they do is they make or they tell it to other people na wag na pumunta because they have the bad experience. So, the hotel, what they do is to make the service a quality, make a quality service so that a guest would not complain. So, from the customer satisfaction and loyalty, we have this experience po in a karinderya in front of the school. So, before, meron kaming isang karinderya na laging kinakainan kasi we thought that yun na lang yung karinderya na masasabi namin okay. Pero the service is okay. The food is okay lang siya. Pero nung pumunta kami sa isang karinderya, doon nasabi namin ay mas masarap. So, kami as hindi na satisfied, so humanap kami ng iba. Tapos nung nakahanap kami, doon na kami naging loyal kasi mas nasabi namin mas affordable. Kahit nasabi natin sa kabila na okay naman siya, pero nung lumipat na kami, we think that this place is more comfortable and most affordable for us. Yun po. From our research, we also have here the rule of technology. Technology. The rule of technology plays an increasing role in customer service, customers relationship management, CRM, system and data analytics are used to understand customers' behavior and preference. Companies also use innovation like social media, system to improve service and create personalized connection with the customers. One of my example of that po about the role of technology is the front desk. Our cell phones or the gadgets. Before, wala pang cellphone. So, if we're going to stay in a hotel, kailangan po natin pumunta doon. But now that we have the cell phones, we have the social medias, we can just search it on Google or any social media accounts about the hotels. So we can just book or call the front desk, the reservation. So it would be easy for us to book a room or even a resto. 'Di ba? Kailangan if a high-end we want to eat in a high-end restaurant, we can just book a or serve a table for you. We also have these different technologies that use in hotel to communicate to help the guests or help the employees to make their work easier and faster and to make the service quality. We also have the guest relation, hospitality specific research, academic papers in journal like the Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Research or International Journal of Hospitality Management often contain research on guest relation. These articles might focus on the topics like role of guest relation, officers or GRO, the impact of technology, and example of that is the guest app CRM system on the guest experience and the importance of personalized service. As I remember also the topic of Ma'am Jan about the guestologies and the guestology that is associated with the guest relation because they both study about the guest preference, needs, and want. The guestologies in her topic, the guestologists are the people who seek to understand and learn the needs and want of the guest, and the guestology are the needs and the wants of the guest. So that is associated with the guest relation. They both study about the guest, about what preference they have to give to give them the quality service. They would have the um they would have a satisfaction when they visit to a hotel. So from the guest relation, we have here the proactive side of a guest relation. And it says that instead of just a complaint handling, academic studies on guest relation often explore proactive strategies. This includes personalization. The personalization is research on using data to anticipate guest needs and offer a personalized stay. Might involve remembering the guest preference from previous visit. So if the guests experience a personalization, they become happy because they were they have this personal connection to the guest to give them the promised service, the reliability. As I you remember po, the reliability is like the personalization. We give them the promised service and we offer. So we also have here po the internal service quality, guest relations, research also link guest satisfaction to employee satisfaction. Happy, well-trained, and empowered employees are more likely to provide excellent service. So one of my example of that in the internal service quality is in a hotel. Kapag yung mga staff is well-trained and empowered, mas maganda yung service na binibigay nila sa customers or the guests compare sa mga staff na hindi trained. Kasi ano ba namang maibibigay ng hindi trained na staff or hindi nila maibibigay yung quality service that the guest looking for. If also the industry were having healthy environment or yung mga staff are mababait, hindi masusungit, so it would have a good reputation on the eyes of the customers or the guests. So from the importance of the guest complaints and service recovery, it just says that mas maganda na magkaroon din tayo ng feedbacks from the guests about na kung hindi sila na-satisfied about the service that we give to them so that we can make an improvement about the guest about our service that we will give to the guest. So if we're going to come back again, mas masasatisfy at bibigay natin yung uh, excellent service or the quality service na dapat ma-experience nila. So we also have here the key principle of complaint handling. Academic literature it identifies several key components of effective complaint handling, often rooted in justice theory, which examines how people perceive fairness in interaction. The three dimensions of justice are we have here the distributive justice. This refers to the fairness of the outcome or compensation of the customers receives. Example of that is a refund. a replacement or a product or a discount of on a future purchases. The compensation should be perceived as appropriate for the problem. Example po about the distributive justice is when you order online. Tapos nung dumating na sa'yo, hindi mo natanggap yung dapat na in order mo. So what you need to do is to refund it. So ang gagawin naman nung may-ari is to give you the exact product that you order. So that is the distributive justice. So we also have here the procedural justice. This relates to the fairness of the process used to handle complaint. Was the process easy to navigate? Was it quick? The customer's perception of the process is important to as the final result. Procedural justice is how you handle the case or the problem. You have to make a solution, but you have to know first what is the problem, what is the complaint of the guest. So you have to do step by step. You have to make the procedure or the step by step so that you can make a solution about the problem. So that is the procedural justice. We also have here the interactional justice. This focus on the interpersonal treatment to the customer received from the employee. This include being treated with politeness, empathy, and respect. Active listening, sincere apologies, and clear communication are all vital. Sa interactional skill naman, justice is we have to give or to make a good impression to the guest. We have to be polite, give them our sincere apology if there any complaint, and we have to make a clear communication to our guests so that it would have a easy communication and good interaction. So that is interactional justice. So we also have here the learn model for complaint handling. So we also here the learn is number 1, listen. Let the customer vent without interruption. Show you are paying attention. And thus you have to hear or to listen what the guest frustration about the complaint. So we also have here the empathy. Acknowledge their feelings. Use phrases like I understand why you are frustrated. In this part, you need to do is to understand your guest. Show them that you are concerned and you are willingly to help about their complaints. So we also have here the A, which is apologize. Offer sincere apology for inconvenience even if you weren't personally responsible. So if you are listening to the guests and you are giving them the empathy, you have also be sorry. You have to apologize about what happened, even it's not your fault, because if that means you are giving them the empathy, you are sincere, you are concerned about what happened, even it's not your fault. So we also have here the react and resolve. Take action to fix problem, offer a solution. So in this part, you need to take an action to make the solution, to make the guest happy again. So we have also here the end, notify a new solution. Follow up to ensure they are satisfied and offer new solution if they need it. So in this part, if you give them you give the resolution about their problem, you have to follow up if they were satisfied or dissatisfied about the solution that you make, so that if there are problem, you can make also your plan B, your next solution about the problem. So we also have here the step in the service recovery. We have here the act quickly. This speed of response is a critical factor in the customer satisfaction. Delays can escalate the problem and increase the customer's frustration. In this part, you need to act quickly. Hindi yung kailangan antayin mo pang umiyak yung guest or magreklamo yung guest sa manager mo before you act. So we also have here the listen and apologize. Greet the customer, actively listen to their complaint without interrupting, and sincerely apologize and for the problem even if it isn't the company's fault. An apology for the customer's frustration is a crucial. So to listen it up, same with the learn model of complaint handling. So you have to make you have to listen about their frustration, even it's not your fault. So when you apologize about what happened, even it's not your fault, and you listen about the complaints of the guest, it will help the guest to be more calm about what happened. So it would look like that you were concerned and you can make a solution about the problem. So we also have here that take ownership. Ownership. The employee should not pass the blame to another department or person. They should take full responsibility for resolving a problem. If there's a problem, you don't need to you don't need to pass it to another department para 'di ba if you are at fault, you have to make a solution about that. Hindi yung ibang tao pa yung gagawa ng solution kasi hindi naman nila alam kung ano yung problem, ano yung complaints na guest. Kung sa service is we have to give them the quality service. So you have to take the ownership. Even it's not your fault, but you need to take it. We also have here is to find solution. Propose a solution that is fair and meets the customer's need. Empower frontline employees to make decision and offer a range of solution. And here in the find solution, you need to make a solution to make the guest happy, to make not to make the guest more frustrated about what happened. You need to make a solution so that you will not have a bad reputation or not good interaction about the guests about what happened. So we also have here the follow up. Same with thing with the same with thing with the notify a new solution. So here from the follow up, it says that follow up call or email ensure that the customer is satisfied with the solution and shows that the company cares beyond the initial interaction. If there's a problem and you have to make a solution, so you have to follow up the guests. Like sometimes you have to message the guests about or email them that if they were fine about the solution that you make, so that you will show that it will show the about to the guests that you care about them and the whole company. So that's all po.